Hi everybody, thank you for joining us on another edition of K-Pack Lending. I'm Kristen Packard with American Pacific Mortgage, and I'm here talking with Home Inspections of Utah about why you should get a home inspection, what that does throughout the lending and the mortgage process. And here with me today is the owner, Alexis Hammer, with Home Inspections of Utah, and thank you for being on the show. It's great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so one of the questions that I had for you is, what sets your company apart from other home inspection companies? Because there are a couple different ones out there, and I think it's good for the consumer to know, like, what sets Home Inspections of Utah apart and is different from other companies.
Right, that's a great question. You definitely get what you pay for. But what makes us most different from our competitors is we are certified and we're insured. And in the state of Utah, you do not have to have either. So anyone can go knock on a door and be a home inspector, which is kind of scary because that's someone's biggest purchase, right? Mm-hmm. So we are certified through, and there's a lot of different certifications, but we're certified through one of the top certifications that you can get, and we also hold both professional and general liability insurance.
Okay, and so what's an example? I mean, so other companies don't have to be certified, and they sounds like don't have to hold insurance, right? I mean, that's state requirement. They don't have to even have insurance. So what would be an example of an insurance claim or something that could potentially happen with one of these other companies that are not certified or holding insurance?
Right. So say you hired a home inspection company and come to find out that the furnace is not working, and the home inspector completely missed the inspecting the furnace. He got busy, got talking with the homeowner, got talking with the future home buyers, and completely missed it. Well, they could go back on that home inspection company and basically say, look, you've missed this. I want you to cover the expense. But if that home inspection company is not insured and they don't have the out-of-pocket money to fix it, you can fork up the money and take them to court and try and prove it that way. Or if the home inspection company is reputable and has insurance, that's a claim that they could make to help cover the expense of replacing that furnace.
Okay, so if they miss the furnace, it sounds like, that would be a huge liability for the home inspection company either way, because they wouldn't want to end up in court.
Right, and that's a big expense.
Yeah, huge, and then out-of-pocket money too.
Right.
Where if you're licensed and insured, you can just claim that on the insurance and take care of it that way.
Right, well, and also another big, why we have professional and general liability insurance, and they're not cheap to hold, so that's why a lot of inspection companies don't have them.
Right.
But say like for general liability insurance, say like the inspector finished the home inspection but forgot to put on the electrical panel back on, and there was a toddler that lived in the home that saw that and started playing, with a wire on the electrical panel and got electrocuted. They had to take him in the ambulance, or they had, any medical bills. Well, you could go back on the inspector because, and clearly that's something that he had missed to put back on. Mm-hmm. But our general liability insurance would cover that, that claim of paying those medical expenses and for that error, that huge error that the inspector made.
Yeah, that could be catastrophic, I would think. And anytime you're letting someone in your home, you definitely want to make sure that they're licensed and that they have the proper insurances in place and that they're a reputable company.
Right. Absolutely. And that they've got the proper certifications, because that's huge. Do they know what they're talking about? Do they know what to look for?
Right, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Because a home is just such a huge purchase, and you want to make sure that it's done right from the very beginning. And the home inspection is usually the first thing that you do.
Right.
Right, absolutely. And you know what? It can make or break your purchase. Like you might find things that you uncover as a home buyer that you just don't want to deal with.
Right.
And so that $295 that you guys charge as your standard fee might save somebody buying like the money pit.
Right. Absolutely.
Something
that's happened before.
Something that just keeps on breaking.
That's the whole purpose of a home inspection. It's
right.
the biggest purchase you'll ever make. So what's $300 towards, protecting that investment that you're making?
Yeah. And you should do it with a reputable company. That's awesome. So some people might not know, but you're a licensed realtor. And you've been doing real estate for how long now?
So I've been in real estate since 2011. And so I started the home inspection company about almost 2 years ago now. And so how that helps us as a home inspection company is I've been able to educate our inspectors to say, look, here's common questions that you're going to get from home buyers, because I could, I've closed so many transactions that those questions kind of become common. So I'm able to educate them on here's what you're going to get asked, so they can be prepared for those questions and also look for those types of things in the home.
So from a realtor's point of view, you're able to educate your staff and provide more, I would say, value to your company and your staff members, because they already know, what they're up against from a buyer standpoint, seller standpoint, and a realtor standpoint.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and also it's all, if a realtor is working with a first-time home buyer, they're already going to be, that first-time home buyer is already going to be on edge. This is kind of a scary process. And so I'm able to, again, educate our home inspectors to say, here's items that are a deal killer in a house. Here's items that are just standard wear and tear. Mm-hmm. It's all about in the presentation and how you present it to that future homeowner or to that potential client. It's all about in the presentation.
Right, because it's somebody that is just like a first-time home buyer. They probably don't know the difference between a minor item and a major item. Right. And if it's not explained properly, they could get scared and even get cold feet. Right. And decide that maybe purchasing isn't the right thing for them, depending on how that conversation's had with the buyer.
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big piece of knowledge that you're able to share with your staff members, and those are huge things that sets you apart from other companies in the industry. I really appreciate you being here. You're so awesome, and thank you for joining us on another edition of K-Pack Lending. If you have comments, please comment below. Let us know if there's anything you'd like to know about home inspections, but also future things that you'd like to see on the show, maybe even things that you just enjoyed. I'm Kristen Packard with American Pacific Mortgage, and thanks, Alexis, for being here. We appreciate you.
And cut.